After its conquest by the Nazis, France becomes one of the most heavily fortified areas in history. But early in the war, plans are made to launch an invasion of this fortress across the English Channel. It is given the code name Operation Overlord. For thousands of American soldiers, the immediate effect of this decision is assignment to Great Britain to participate in the training and build-up of forces to be used in the invasion. Not for all will the transfer be so direct. Some will study invasion on the beaches of North Africa and Sicily and Italy before they ever set foot on French soil. But throughout the winter and spring of 1944, great convoys churn across the Atlantic to British ports.
Exercise Tiger was one of a series of large-scale rehearsals for the D-Day invasion of Normandy, which took place in April 1944. In late 1943, as part of the build-up to D-Day, the British government set up a training ground at Slapton Sands, Devon, to be used by Force U, the American forces tasked with landing on Utah Beach. Slapton Beach was selected for its similarity to Utah Beach. Approximately 3,000 local residents were evacuated. Exercise Tiger, one of the larger exercises, was to last from the 22nd of April until the 1st of May 1944 and covered all aspects of the invasion, culminating in a beach landing. On board 9 large tank landing ships, or LSTs, the 30,000 troops prepared for their mock landing, which also included a live firing exercise. Protection for the exercise area came from the Royal Navy. 2 destroyers, 3 motor torpedo boats, and 2 motor gunboats patrolled the entrance of Lime Bay, and motor torpedo boats watched the Cherbourg area where German E-boats were based. E-boat was the Western Allies designation for the German Schnellboot or S-boat, meaning fast boat, of the German Navy during World War II. The most popular was the S-100 class, which were seaworthy, heavily armed, and capable of sustaining 45 knots. They were armed with torpedoes, flak guns, plus machine guns. On day after the first practice assault, early on the morning of the 28th of April, the convoy T4, consisting of 8 LSTs carrying vehicles and combat engineers, was attacked by German E-boats in Lime Bay. 9 German E-boats had left Cherbourg shortly after midnight, avoiding the British MTBs watching the port area and the patrols in the English channels. 6 E-boats of the 5th Flotilla, commanded by corvette captain Bernd Klug, saw 8 dark ships and split into 3 pairs to attack with torpedoes. The Germans had been puzzled by the strange-looking ships. They estimated that they were some type of American landing ships. Of the 2 ships assigned to protect the convoy, only one was present, leading the LSTs in a straight line, a formation that later drew criticism since it presented an easy target to the E-boats. The second ship that was supposed to be present suffered structural damage and left the convoy to be repaired. Because LSTs and British naval headquarters were operating on different frequencies, the American forces did not know this. The remaining ships and their escort fired back, and the E-boats made no more attacks. In total, 749 servicemen were killed during Exercise Tiger. Many servicemen drowned or died of hypothermia in the cold sea while waiting to be rescued. The attack was reported up the chain of command to both Erwin Rommel and Dwight D. Eisenhower on the 29th of April. Eisenhower was enraged that the convoy was sailing in a straight line and not zigzagging, that the attack reduced reserves of LSTs, that it indicated to the Germans that the Allies were nearly ready to invade, and that 10 American officers with knowledge of the invasion were missing. The missing officers had high-level clearance for D-Day, meaning that they knew the invasion plans and could have compromised the invasion should they have been captured alive. As a result, the invasion was nearly called off until the bodies of all 10 victims were found. As it was, the mere similarity between Slapton Sands and Calvados coast caused Adolf Hitler to deduce that the exercise was a practice for a landing in Normandy and to insist on the need to reinforce Lower Normandy. As a result of official embarrassment and concerns over potential leaks just prior to the real invasion, all survivors were sworn to secrecy about the events by their superiors. Several changes resulted from mistakes made in Exercise Tiger. Radio frequencies were standardized, better life vest training was provided for landing troops, and plans were made for small craft to pick up floating survivors on D-Day. Official histories contain little information about the tragedy. The casualty statistics from Tiger were not released by Supreme Headquarters until August 1944, along with the casualties of the actual D-Day landings. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and support my channel on PayPal. Details in the description box.